We're just ready to be able to have traffic again and get some more business back.
Now at 4, work on West Washington. When will it end? The challenges now and when it'll finally all be done.
Well, sunshine and 70s for most again today. We need to get you ready for a windy system later this week.
And the tariff and trade war is heating up. The new retaliatory measures targeting America and what it could mean for your wallet. Live from Indy, you're watching 13 News.
This afternoon, new video of a major construction project on Indy's near west side. This impacts so many drivers. You know all about it if you come in from the west suburbs. We're talking about this right here, Washington Street between Holt and Tibbs. And this work has been delayed several times. We start here at 4 o'clock this Wednesday afternoon with an update. Right now, it's on track to wrap up later this year.
This is a story Samantha Johnson has been following for months, and she went back to the site today where business owners say they still need some help from the city.
The historic 100-year-old bridge over Little Eagle Creek is no more. The city of Indianapolis first wanted to repair it, then this year deemed it severely deteriorated. So now,
Well, they've been working out here consistently now for the last few weeks.
John Titus works at Joe's Auto Sales next door, where they're offering up free coffee and snacks for bridge workers.
Well, we appreciate that they are working on it now. We would just appreciate any expediting of it to get it done. I mean, we're just ready to be able to have traffic again and get some more business back.
While crews finish the bridge, Titus says businesses are the ones feeling the heat.
It's hurting a lot of businesses around here. A lot of employees have lost jobs in some of the businesses.
No traffic literally means no traffic at Joe's.
The main part of our business, you see the car on the lot and you want to stop and buy it.
Other businessmen on the block say it's also a safety hazard.
You can kind of see marks right here where we're standing a little bit right down here.
You see people parking in the middle of the streets causing hazards. I think everybody on the street through here is feeling it by all means.
Now, this was originally a 4-month project, but here on Washington Street, it's been road closed for almost a year now. Indy DPW says Washington Street in both directions should be back open this fall.
It's just a concern. You know, everybody's got the concern.
Titus is talking about what comes after the bridge is done, the potential closure of Washington Street again for Indigo's Blue Line project, expected over the next few years.
Yeah, we don't know what we're going to have to deal with in that, unfortunately. So,
Indy DPW says this project is all about security and safety on one of the main thoroughfares into the Circle City. On the west side, Samantha Johnson, 13 News.
Happening now, 2 children killed in a Plainfield car crash are being laid to rest. 2-month-old Iris and 3-year-old Aries were in their family's car when a man speeding from police slammed into them at 90 miles an hour. Aries survived the crash that killed his infant sister but died days later after being taken off life support. There's a public burial today for both Aries and Iris at Forest Lawn Cemetery in Greenwood.
We'll have much more on that coming up at 5 and 6. Right now, I want to get to the latest on the trade war that really seems to be changing by the hour these days. The Trump administration's 25% tariffs on steel and aluminum imports officially kicked off today, and our major trading partners, they shot back.
Yeah, both Canada and the European Union announced retaliatory tariffs, including stiff new taxes on U.S. products from textiles and water heaters to beef and bourbon, computers and servers, and even sports equipment. President Trump promises the tariffs will help create U.S. factory jobs and eventually improve our economy. But these tariff threats are jolting the stock market, and now some are concerned about a recession.
Yeah, we've been watching the numbers really closely the last couple of days. Ahead at 4:30, a finance expert from the IU Kelley School of Business will be joining us live here in studio to talk about these tariffs and the potential impact on your wallet. How close is too close to a police officer when they're on the job? A revised law requiring a 25-foot buffer zone is now headed to the governor's desk. Lawmakers passed the original bill 2 years ago, but it faced pushback and lawsuits. So this version makes it clear that a person must actually be approaching officers to be asked to leave or to step back. If you are already in the area, police cannot ask you to leave unless you're interfering in some way.
This afternoon, we're working to learn a woman's condition after she was hit while walking along Rockville Road. Metro Police say it happened around 3:30 this morning near Raceway Road. There's no word so far on if drugs or alcohol were a factor in this crash. And today's incident happening just about 24 hours after another pedestrian was hit. So this one happened early yesterday morning on 465 near Rockville Road in West 10th. Also today, we're getting a first look at the newly renovated library in Ernie Pyle School 90. Students and faculty cut the ribbon on the updated library this morning and welcomed the first students inside. They have now got some new furniture along with improved technology. School leaders say they are excited about a new media center that can help support these children.
Even though you're right here in Indianapolis, Indiana, we know that when you open up the pages of a book, that can take you anywhere in the world you want to go. That can help you learn about anything it is that you want to learn about.
Reading is the gateway to all other learning, opening doors to new ideas, new places, and new possibilities. To have a space like this, where our students can discover the joy of books, is a blessing beyond measure.
The Big Ten and College Football Playoff Foundation were big sponsors of this project. They also provided backpacks with reading material for every student in the school.
Yeah, see them wearing their Big Ten shirts.
Yeah, I don't know about
Right
you
there.
all. I love getting new stuff.
Yes.
You remember getting a new backpack?
Heard. Absolutely.
And that's an age where books are still exciting.
I'm sure they got to enjoy recess outside, maybe a few extra minutes because it was just so perfect out there today.
Yesterday was the warmest day of the year. Today's our new warmest day of the year. 73 so far for most here. So,
setting records.
yep, and we may get a little warmer tomorrow and a little bit warmer as we go into Friday here. And we'll pay a little price second half of the weekend. More on that in a little bit. Yeah, this afternoon's great. 73 right now in Indianapolis. Most, but not all, areas in the 70s. Got a little front. It's very weak, and you don't really notice it at all. Over the southern part of the state, it's 76 in Seymour and Nashville and Bloomington. 73 this hour in Greenwood. You do notice it a little bit. Farther north you go. Logansport's at 59, Wabash 59, but Noblesville still almost at 70 degrees. But again, it's a very subtle front, much more noticeable at the noon hour. But we've got roughly about a 10 to 15 degree north to south spread. And this is the front. Not a rainmaker by any stretch. That air is very dry. Visible satellite will prove that. Just a little bit of cloud cover here. So we've got a nice, quiet, mild evening on tap as we're at 73 right now, dew point of 40. So that puts us at about 30% on the humidity here. So we're doing great. Got a space station flyover tonight, 9:24 to 9:28. And it'll be a good view for viewing here, nice and clear. Comfortable start tomorrow as you get the kids off to school, you head into work. And another day where we're going to be back into the 70s here. The only change tomorrow, likely we'll have a couple of spotty showers flaring up late in the day. Not widespread, but it's not going to be completely dry on radar tomorrow. We mentioned the wind system. We'll have that and the severe weather potential it brings with it coming up in a few minutes.
Thanks, Sean. And now to the story from Indiana that is making headlines around the world.
Yeah.
A mother reunited with her family a week after crashing her car.
It took that long, 6 days, for this woman to be found. She was trapped in her car, stuck on an embankment for nearly a week. JC Navarrete explains how she survived.
Sorry, I couldn't show you. I am so happy. Today has been the best day of my life.
An emotional embrace for family and friends of Breonna Castle, who had been missing for nearly a week.
I have not been able to do anything but cry.
The 41-year-old mother of 3 from Wheatfield, Indiana, crashed her car last Thursday. It's believed she fell asleep behind the wheel, her car veering off the road and ending up trapped in an embankment about a mile away from the Newton County landfill.
She was hearing the cars go by and hollering.
6 agonizing days went on. No trace of Breonna. Her survival instincts kicking in. With no food or water, she drank what she could from the creek.
She would take her hoodie and I heard toss it like a fishing, and bring it back in and suck on it to have water.
On Tuesday, by chance, a man working in the area noticed the car and called for help. He's been identified as Johnny Martinez. Despite being in a wreck and badly injured, She was conscious and speaking. Dozens of volunteers had been looking for Brianna. Tonight, they're all celebrating as family.
It brings hope that there's still a chance for the other people that are missing out there.
For Brianna's family, it's a reminder that hope is the last thing you lose.
I knew she had it in her. She persevered. She wanted to stay alive.
Boy, she sure did.
Yeah.
This human survival instinct is incredible. Hearing about how she got the water out of the creek to drink.
Yes, and I'm sure she's just thinking about her babies and just being able to get back to them and being, present.
Yeah, what a miracle. Much more to come here at 4 o'clock today. The federal agency that's expected to get gutted, losing half its workforce.
And they were supposed to spend just 10 days in space, but ended up spending nearly 10 months. What we're learning about the return of several astronauts from the International Space Station.
And let's take a live look at traffic as we head to break. 465 at East 71st Street on a beautiful Wednesday afternoon. I'll be right back.